Hey yo, what up, Fight World? It's your boy Boxing Fanatic. I'm back with another one. Paro versus Richardson Hitchins, December 7th. This is for the IBF Junior Welterweight title. Man, it's going down. Y'all stay tuned.
It's showtime!
So, we have a IBF championship bout between Paro and Richardson Hitchins, and it's looking like it's going to take place December 7th on DAZN. Richardson Hitchins, his last fight, he put up a good fight, a good effort. It was a tough fight, a tough fight for him. He never been in that position to where the fighter was bringing a lot of pressure, and he had to make some adjustments, which he made some adjustments and adapt to whatever was brought his way. And Paro, I think his last fight was against, if I'm not mistaken, was Sabira Matisse, which I felt like Sabira Matisse won that fight. And Regis Prograis was trying to get a fight with Paro, but he ended up turning that fight down against Regis Prograis. Now we have Regis Prograis against look like Josh Catterall. That's coming up, which I wanted to see Regis Prograis and Paro fight, but I think the winner out of this Paro and Hitchins fight should fight the winner out of Catterall and Regis, and then we'll have another title shot. In this fight, I'm taking Hitchins. I just like Hitchins, his fight styles. It's a lot better. He more polished. I still think Paro is still kind of wet, green behind the ears, and it's gonna show come December 7th, Saturday on DAZN. We'll see Hitchins get his hands raised, but Paro gonna put up the best fight to the best of his ability. I just think that Hitchins is on a totally different level. Then I won't be surprised if Paro gets stopped or dropped in that fight. Hitchins just, I think, classes above him when it comes to style, technique, power, relentless, his mental fortitude, his ring generalship, his IQ, his skills. Hitchins is levels above Paro, and it's going to show. This was just a short fight because I just seen it on Twitter and it had just been announced. But come December 7th, we shall see Hitchinson's put on a great show. We got some good fights that's coming on towards the end of the year. We in the next week we got Dimitri Bivol versus Arthur Beterbiev for undisputed at 175 pounds. We got Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach, and looking like it's going to be David Benavidez against David Morrell, which I've been calling for this fight for the longest, for about 2-3 years now. The battle of the Davids. That fight got to take place. I think that's a main event fight within itself. The battle of the Davids, David Benavidez versus David Morrell. That's a fight card by itself, but I know fighting on a Gervonta Tank Davis fight card, you get nothing but exposure. You got Tyson Fury versus Alexander Usyk, the rematch. That's coming up in December. And I think Gervonta Tank Davis versus Lamont Roach, they were saying 3 different dates. You got December 2nd, you got the 14th, and you got the 21st. Whatever date that they decide to make that fight happen on, I'm buying the fight. I know that fight it's gonna be on Amazon Prime Video. We still got other fights that's looking like that's going to be made. We got Tim Tszyu got a fight coming up. Crawford trying to get that fight with Fundora. Looked like Earl Spence was trying to get that fight with Fundora, which that fight looked like it's going to be pushed back to the beginning of 2025 in January. But Crawford just petitioned to get that fight with Fundora this year. And it looked like Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford can still end up fighting each other again at 154 pounds. But Earl Spence said he's going to be campaigning at 154 and 160. I want to see how he's going to look after being, off for 2 years. Speaking of Earl Spence, taking that beating from Terrence Crawford. And, been through what he been through, the car accident, the eye surgeries. I don't know if Earl Spence will be the same. You don't have Derrick James in this corner. So, there's a lot riding on the line for Earl Spence. And then talking about getting in the ring with the 6'5" tall inferno Sebastian Fundora, who got the height, got the reach. I think he punched harder than Earl Spence. And we seen Earl Spence get his mouthpiece, knocked out of his mouth several times in his last 5 fights, if I can recall. And if he fights Sebastian Fundora, he's spitting that out too. It's going to get knocked out. I just think that fighting Sebastian Fundora is a tall glass of water to drink and a tall mountain to climb. He just I think he should fight somebody else besides Sebastian Fundora. I just think that's a disadvantage going into that fight for Earl Spence. But yeah, speaking of this Hitchins and Liam Paro fight, that's a great fight. Y'all let me know what y'all think. All right, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. One love, one life. I'm out. Peace.